Where's my lid? Put the lid on my totally real beer.
You ready? Start.
Hello, and welcome to this video. Thank you for fucking opening that. Right, we are gonna talk about
Mars.
You guessed it, the one and only yellow planet.
It's red.
No, it's yellow.
There's a lot of iron oxide on the surface.
It's orange.
Orangey. Dust
Orangey
storms.
red. It's crimson.
The Martian surface has
The
a lot of
Martian
iron
surface.
oxide, a thin dust. The air is so thin that there'll be a frickin' dust storm and you won't feel a damn thing.
Frickin' dust storm.
That's right.
All right, so this is your video. Please take it away.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna do some tidying up right now. The SN15 Starship by SpaceX. This is gonna launch in a month, and we're really excited about that. There's gonna be a few upgrades to it now. They're going to add a few more hexagons onto it on the heat shield, so when it does the belly flop, and it's gonna be made out of aluminum.
What word is that?
Oh, fuck.
By the way, SN stands for serial number, if you're wondering. So it's.
But there's going to be
15.
some additional improvements onto the landing gear because every time it sticks the landing, it lights itself on fire. There was a methane leak last time. It blew up. I keep looking at the hexagon
So
kind of aluminum
primitive.
panels, and my OCD is going insane right now.
Yeah, like
You
why are they
can't
all
do a
over the
full
place?
square. You're doing half a square.
Can't do a full
I know
square.
I know there's some utility with it. Like, we're stupid here. We're not engineers. But it's like,
Yeah.
why? Why? But you know what? The abject absolute failure of SN11, that was pretty crazy. But hey, if you're not failing, you're not innovating, as Elon would say. So at SN15, let's light this this fucker up as soon as the FAA gives it the approval. One more thing. Mars Perseverance rover, a little update on it. Remember we made a video on it and we talked about the key mission outline? Well, there was a helicopter attached onto the Mars Perseverance.
I didn't even know that in the beginning. There's a little fucking
think we missed
helicopter
it.
at like the belly of the Perseverance.
Yeah, the geniuses at Jet Propulsion Laboratory stuck it away, but it's our little surprise. Now it got delayed recently due to some, they wanted to be safe. Mars is cold. Average temperature is what, 130 degrees Celsius, but at nighttime it's 154 degrees Celsius. And
No, minus.
minus.
The average temp on Mars is minus 60 C.
And our little helicopter, Ingenuity, he stayed alive. But NASA delays Mars helicopter Ingenuity's first flight to... Fuck, I can't even speak right now.
Let me read the headline.
All right,
Can I read the fucking headline, please?
all right. So,
NASA delays Mars helicopter Ingenuity's first flight to April 14th. Now, why did it delay it?
I don't know.
It delayed it because it failed the high-speed RPM test with the rotors.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
well,
that's what they say.
I'm assuming NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory wants to play it safe because it is on another planet.
Well, they do.
This is 200 and some million kilometers away. And again, if it fails, then it's $1 billion loss.
Yeah, so they want to be careful, understandably. They say that from a mechanical standpoint, the thing is absolutely fine. It's just a small issue with the software. So they think this maybe with a software update, they can get that thing flying. So
It's going to be exciting.
look forward to it. That's just a couple days
Now,
from
back to the video now. It's all about Mars. Again, we're talking about Mars. See the little Mars thing right there. In the first half of the video, we're going to talk about why, like, how we're going to get to Mars. If you want to get to Mars, listen to us. I'm just...
Yeah, because we know what we're talking about.
Oh, no.
He's wearing a NASA shirt. Wait, when did that fall off?
Just now.
Okay, do you not... Okay, it's pointing at
Just
the
fucking do it.
It's pointing down, retard. What are you doing?
Thanks, Mommy.
God, you never put
Okay.
a lapel mic on.
Well, there's several proposed ways to get to Mars, and of course you have NASA. And NASA is very methodical with their approach to the red planet. It's like a decade long, drawn out, and of course it's a lot of bureaucratic red tape. But when NASA does something, they do it right the first time, hence the Apollo moon landing.
Yeah.
SpaceX with Elon Musk. The SpaceX philosophy is head down, plow straight through the line. Go up against the odds and just do it.
You know a great analogy for this?
What's up?
Your dad is NASA.
Yeah?
My dad's Elon Musk.
just plow through straight the line.
Just fucking plow through, even though if you fail 1,000 times.
Well, failing 1,000 times mean if you're failing, you're innovating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
That's
True.
one way to do it.
You can't succeed unless you fail first.
I think Elon's motto is more exciting because it's they want to get there after 2024, roughly, through the Starship. As soon as the Starship, you can work out all the kinks because it's you got to explode a couple, right? You got to break some eggs until it goes through production, right? Yeah, but it's definitely a little bit rough until it goes through production. But you want to make it safe. You want to make the Starship. When you go into a plane, it's not going to blow up. You want to make it as safe as a commercial airliner. That's the point of Starship. But the reason why when you get to Mars is Elon wants to create a self-sustaining colony on Mars. Now I get it. Mars is no cakewalk. It's going to be rough. It's going to take a lot of hard work. I mean, the air is 96.7 something carbon dioxide.
There's
and
basically
it's like 0.01 oxygen.
Yeah, there's no nitrogen.
It's terrible.
It's garbage. You can't really live on Mars.
It's a dead planet. The core is dead. There's no magnetic field.
Yeah.
And it's very cold.
But we need somewhere to go.
Well,
should something ever happen to Earth?
Yeah.
What are we all just going to be like, okay, goodbye, human race? No, we should have somewhere else to go.
He's very much favoring the Carl Sagan approach is we need a plan B. We need to become a type 2 planetary species. Meaning we're hedging our bets right now. We're saying, something could happen to Earth.
I just had an epiphany.
What?
So in creation, the Christian God gave us free will, right?
Okay.
Did he also give Earth free will?
Are we talking about the Gaia hypothesis? We're talking about science, not pseudoscience.
No. Anything theoretically could come crashing into Earth and just destroy everyone, right? Like a fucking asteroid.
Are you talking about panspermia? You're ruining our video.
If God exists, will he let an asteroid hit Earth, or will he not?
Oh, I don't want to bring this into a theological debate.
Another video.
That's like a Calvinist. Look, we're talking about religion is boring.
Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore.
Okay, it's lame and it's lazy thinking, and it's the ideology of uncurious people. We're talking about science. We're talking about space.
It might sound like an insult, but really it's not. Just think about that for a second.
Yeah.
It makes you lazy.
If there was a God, he'd want us to go to the red planet. Because if there was an asteroid, and like I said, our solar system is in a constant shooting gallery with space debris, cosmic rays, comets, asteroids, and of course, Jupiter cleans up everything. It sweeps our cosmic environment clean. But every once in a while, an asteroid does escape Jupiter's gravitational grasp. And that does hit Mars. It does hit Earth. The one that knocked out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago in the Gulf of Mexico was such an asteroid. And these extinction asteroids happen frequently, like every 100 million years or so.
So what you're saying is it can happen again and wipe out the entire human race in a matter of days.
Yes, and we need a plan B. We need to hedge our bets. And creating a self-sustaining colony on Mars is the way to go. Now, when I mean self-sustaining, I mean when the supply ships suddenly stop going to Mars and back, the colony on Mars will be able to survive. And when Earth is destroyed, the colony on Mars will carry on the human story.
Right. Exactly. That's the whole point.
And if God, I don't perceive to know the mind of God because, for example, God is not God. The concept of God is not testable, falsifiable, and not reproducible, right? So you cannot prove or disprove God. But in this case, if I'm going to, I guess, try to understand the mind of God, I would say I think God would want us to go to Mars because God would want humans to succeed.
You're gonna get so much hate.
Hey, it's true.
You're gonna get someone in the fucking in the comments going, "You can't even pretend to understand what God did."
I'm trying to emphasize I don't know, but if I were to, I would say if I was God, I would want humans to succeed. And succeeding means if you have all the collective innovation and human spirit to colonize in their planet, and there's an asteroid, zeroing in on your planet, and you choose not to colonize another planet, then you deserve to die. It's like in New Orleans when they went to city council and said, the water dikes, you need to maintain them, the water dikes, there's going to be a flood, there's going to be a tsunami, and they didn't listen. I mean,
what happened?
Well, a tsunami is not a natural disaster, same way as an asteroid is not a natural disaster. It's just something that happens in nature. It only becomes a disaster when humans don't prepare for it. Does that make sense?
I guess that's an interesting point of view, yeah.
So, is an asteroid, is it from God? I don't care about God, so I don't know. But if there is an asteroid, we need some type of planetary defense system. Something to knock it off its trajectory into some other orbit.
Yeah.
In that case, the best possible way is going to Mars and setting up a colony. And
Thanks for that plan B.
Yeah, exploration is ingrained into the human spirit. Humans need to explore. I mean, we had our settlements, and then one, in our Pleistocene days, one caveman said, "Hey, what's beyond that hill?" And they ventured out. And on the way, they battled, giant snakes, saber-toothed cats, and rival tribes. And they came across an ocean. What's beyond that ocean or that body of water? What's beyond this valley? And humans continued on to venture out because exploration is ingrained into our souls. And space...
And, yeah, religion takes that away.
It does. It makes people uncurious.
Exactly.
So,
Humans
again...
are, in nature, curious people.
Mars is the destination. In between it, there's going to be giant snakes, hence asteroids, space debris, cosmic rays, radiation, and it's 220 million kilometers from Earth. So it's a perilous journey, but I think it's one journey that we humans should partake in. Mars is going to be the greatest adventure we've ever had. And I feel that if we can just get a person on the red planet, get the red iron oxide ground beneath that person's feet, I feel like we've all gone to Mars.
Yeah.
So I'm on a rant here, but
I mean, we're on Mars right now. Not humans, but you could literally watch a live feed of Mars right now.
Curiosity is still kicking. Perseverance is active right now, recently. And, but robots, I mean...
Robots aren't the same as humans.
No,
right?
they're just not.
You could send robot after robot with the best of best cameras and mics to Mars. And you could literally have a controller at your desk and control your own robot on Mars if you want with that delay, right? Because there's a delay. It's a million miles away, right? But it's not the same as a human.
No.
Right.
I think if someone went on Mars, like we've said before, it would kind of bring us all together.
Absolutely.
It's really a
the right,
uniting
the left, religious,
achievement.
not religious. Everyone would fucking collect together in the same kitchen and watch the TV.
And ultimately,
as humans take their first step on Mars.
And there's certain places.
Oh, it's so sad.
Here's the places when we get to Mars, or when we send more robots. There's certain places I want to go. Mars has a violent geological past. There's a giant scar on the red planet, about 4,000 kilometers across, about the size of the United States.
United States.
Bring that here.
Do
What?
Do the thing. United States.
United States.
United States.
Jeez.
This is so cool.
What do you think about that? That is a giant canyon that makes our Grand Canyon look
deep
like
is
a
this?
mere gully.
So...
Yeah. There you go.
How deep is this?
Well, that's the United States right there, right?
What do you mean? You
Okay,
control.
from my understanding, Valles Marineris was carved out from molten lava because Mars has a bunch of dormant volcanoes. The last eruption was a couple million years ago. But apparently, keep in mind, Mars at one time had oceans. And let's be honest
that's
here,
right.
we have lakes in North America. You take that water away. Of course, Mars can't hold water because it would radiate to space.
Yeah.
But this is certainly somewhere I'd want to go. And it...
You know what's interesting? Mars used to have water, but it no longer does.
Well, it can't. The atmosphere, it has no atmosphere.
Yeah, but what happened? How did it have water in the first place?
The idea is, there's some ideas being thrown around right now, but one time Mars may have had, it was very much like Earth. There was shallow oceans and land. And of course, land is created by active volcanoes. The volcanoes erupt, and then, of course, they shoot out magma. The magma hardens. You have land. Of course, in billions of years, this turns into entire continents, right? So at one point, Mars had land. The idea is at one point, Earth didn't, and Earth was all just water. And of course, apparently, again, I'm not a chemist, but it's very hard to create cellular life to multicellular life with just water. If it's too wet, you can't create life. You need a kind of synergy of land and water. And Mars had this in spades. And Mars may have had a simplistic life at one point. Microbes, single cellular life, just kicking around. And Mars has had a brutal, violent past with asteroids and comets. And some theories are Mars was toppled, from a shattering event. And the rock and the soil may have been knocked out of the atmosphere. Think of the escape of velocity you would need. You would need that. And of course, this pieces of Mars may have found its way to Earth and then seeded Earth. So that would make us... This is a process called panspermia, by the way.
Wait, so you're saying the destruction of Mars, in a sense, helped birth Earth?
So Mars died so we can live.
What are you, Jesus Christ?
It's very biblical, hey?
Yeah, it's very biblical.
Of course, these are theories. We need to send more rovers to do additional testing, but we also have to send humans. Humans need to walk around. Humans can do so much more than a robot can do. With the rovers, it's like a 20-minute delay time. They move very slow. Of course, a lot of it is done by AI, but that can only take you so far. We need humans on the red planet. We need humans with pickaxes. We need geologists. We need
farmers and engineers.
We need everyone, right? Astrobiologists. We need.
We also need social workers and no police.
I don't want police on Mars. Okay, the next one is called Olympus Mons.
What's this?
It's a giant dormant volcano on Mars, and it makes Everest look like a tiny hill. Of course, this was done by no...
That thing looks absolutely massive.
This was done by no accident. The reason why mountains can get so high is because Mars has a decreased level of gravity.
So they just keep poking their way up like perky nipples?
Again, it's a giant volcano, spews out magma, and yeah.
This guy's so fucking excited about Mars. I made a nipple joke and he didn't even flinch.
No. How big is this fucker? Oh. So this is the largest volcano in our solar system. Wouldn't that be a nice place to go, huh?
How long would it take to reach the summit?
Billions of... Oh, jeez. Well, for example, Everest would be a tiny hill. Like, tiny.
I want to see a comparison. There's probably one out there.
We'll find one. If we can find one, we'll knock it up on the screen.
Yeah, we'll knock it up
for your viewing pleasure. But that would be Olympus Mons and Valles Marineris would be a place I'd want to go.
You could go sightseeing on Mars.
Yeah, eh? No,
I love space. I love fucking space, man. It's just so cool. We're gonna go to Mars.
I want to go to Mars. Like I said, there's different. Of course, there's NASA, and the Chinese.
China.
There's also SpaceX and Blue Origin. Now, Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos.
Jeff who?
Has no interest in going to Mars. His sights are set on the moon. He wants to build some type of moon base, and he wants to mine asteroids. So he wants to take industry jobs, like we mine for petroleum products.
Yeah.
Fossil fuels, and he wants to do that with asteroids to effectively keep the poisonous, the CO2 out of our planet.
I don't get it.
Well, he wants to take industry jobs and just do it in space. Mining, looking for fossil fuels, looking for resources. So he wants to keep Earth more green.
Oh, okay.
So
I don't really know much about Jeff Bezos.
And
to be honest.
Jeff kind of keeps to himself, right?
Definitely does.
Twitter's
Elon
not
Musk
active.
is out there where Jeff is not.
So Elon, of course, is more like I said, head down, plow straight through the line. Mm-hmm. And Elon has his sights set on Mars, and I think he's going to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, Starship is going to be interesting. Starship has to make the journey. Then, of course, what we're doing, what's happening right now, what SpaceX is doing, is they're trying to, launch the Starship. The Starship is going to execute the belly flop successfully and land vertically. And that's how they want to do it on Mars. It's a new planet right there. So
it's a new planet. It's millions of miles away.
Yeah, millions of miles away. And
so we're up for a challenge.
Yeah. Well, the idea is you want to dramatically reduce the cost of launching anything into orbit, right?
Yeah.
And I think SpaceX wants to do it for like 2 million or something. Yeah, 2
You know
million.
what sucks? When they send Starship to Mars and it fails, if it does,
Send a new one.
what is it, 8 months to Mars?
8 months, yeah.
So they gotta send a Starship and then wait 8 fucking months before it gets there.
Well, the idea is you want to
They can't just send it into orbit and then bring it back down to Earth and land it in the same day.
The idea is you want to keep sending starships, right? Every 8 months, right? Every 8 months. And every time you land something there, you want to bring something. So you need to build crucial infrastructure.
Yeah.
You have to build...
Hold on a second. We want to go to... when do we want to send humans to Mars? 2030? Is that still on the docket?
That's very ambitious. Maybe...
So
Okay, Elon
send,
says 2025, but that's more like 20.
But so they can send like 1 Starship per year to Mars.
Yes.
So they have like what? 5 Starships to
You're forgetting about something.
test? What?
What do you do with fuel? Fuel is like water. It's very hard to transport. It's essentially just oxygen, a lot of nitrogen. But here, when you get to Mars, you want to create methane. So there's a guy I like to read. His name is Robert Zubrin. He runs the Mars Society, and he suggested when we get to Mars, you want to make your liquid fuel on Mars using the available resources the red planet can offer.
Right.
So you can make your fuel there for the return flight back to Earth. So, and again, you just take every time you land a starship, you carry like a habitat module. Keep on doing that, and of course it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and before you know it, you have a self-sustaining community. And like, of course, I'm not saying Mars is going to be easy. People will die. It's going to be hard work. No one's saying Mars is going to be this planetary paradise in our solar system. I mean, it can't compare to Earth, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, Mars is forever, and it's something humans have to do. If humans do not venture out into the cosmos and colonize the solar system, humans will surely die. Humans were
100%.
We were born on Mars. I mean, if we're subscribing to panspermia, we would be born on Mars.
I
but
guess.
we're born on Earth. I don't think we were meant to die here. I think
There's a quote by Wayne Gretzky, probably I don't know where it's originally from, but it goes, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take. Humans will surely die on Earth unless we give Mars a shot."
Mars is forever.
That's the fucking whole point. Yes, Mars is forever.
It is.
That's the whole point of this video.
Is.
That's the whole mission objective of Mars.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's space. It's Mars. Like we've been Mars has been this alluring place that's been out of our grasp. You know, we attribute it towards the Roman gods and everything else, and it's been out of our grasp. And finally, we're in the era right now where we're in a golden era of space exploration right now. You know, after the Apollo program ended, the 70s, of course you had the Viking probes and stuff like that, and you know, it's like nothing happened. They promised us Mars. They promised us going back to the moon, and nothing happened. You know, of course, this is the consequence of bureaucratic red tape mucking everything up. But finally, we have the space barons. You know, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and I don't want to forget Virgin Galactic with Richard Branson.
Right.
But he wants to do suborbital flight. You know, more like tourism and stuff like that, right?
Which is really cool. By the way, we're on the verge of having like affordable space tourism.
It's happening.
Isn't that sick?
Like Mars is happening right now. Like we're watching these spaceships, the prototypes, you know, the starships, and soon to be SN15. And we're watching it. And the future's being created right before our eyes. And I'm like, it's fucking happening.
And it's one after another.
Like it's happening so fast.
One starship goes up, comes down, explodes. Next week, there's another one already ready. We don't have to wait months.
I'm excited.
It's fucking there already.
But I think we're almost at 30 minutes right now. And if you've watched the 30 minutes of this video, hey, thanks. I don't know if you like space or if you're excited about Mars-related things, but we on this channel are. But I think we're gonna end it right there.
Wow,
but,
great ending. Thank you for watching this video. Please be sure to leave a like and a comment and a subscribe, because YouTube's algorithm sucks, and basically if we don't get any engagement, then we don't get in your recommended feed.
No.
And, I know there are some loyal people on my channel, and I'd like to reach a few more. So, with that being said, thanks for watching, and cheers to
Mars is forever.
Mars is forever.
Oh yeah. That was good, man.
Why
you
are they
can't do
all
a
over the
full
place?
square?